All right. Well, thank you everyone for being here today. I'm Garrett Klain, co-executive director of American Ice Theater, and this is our third installment of the Coaches and Adults Summer Workshop Series. And we are really honored today to have professional dancer Drew Martin with us, a professional dancer with Urbanity, and going away on Norwegian Cruise Lines as a professional dancer in about a month. So we are really excited to have him here. We had a full bio in the email we sent yesterday, so you can read up on him there. And without further ado, thank you, Drew, for being here, and take it away.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. As Garrett was saying, hello, my name is Drew Martin. My pronouns are he, him. I graduated from the University of Alabama in 2020. Was signed onto a cruise ship right at that time. Pandemic hit. Moved to Boston. I've been teaching with Urbanity, taking class with Urbanity for the past year or so. Really loving Boston. I'm super excited to meet all of you. I'm reading all of your names and hopefully I will remember all of them as we go through this class. I figured we would start out with a little bit of an overview about who Lester Horton is as a choreographer and a pioneer in the dance world. So I just have some quick little facts I wrote down. He was a huge pioneer in the 1920s through 40s for modern dance. Kind of made his own fortified technique, which is insane to think about. Technique based on anatomical studies and Native American dance. He pulled from very many different things. Very focused on shape and strength and power, as you will see throughout class. Very musical based. If you ever get to take a Horton class in person, and they have live music, usually live drums, it's a very powerful experience. So if you ever see a Horton class out there, take it. It's amazing. Alvin Ailey trained under Horton, and Horton technique is one of the main foundations for a lot of Alvin Ailey's work. He created one of the first permanent modern dance theaters, which had modern dance out on display up in the 40s and the 60s. As I was saying, focus on flat back, lateral stretches, tilt lines, lunges, stretching in the opposite directions and shapes. You'll see we have a lot of repetitive movements that add and slow down over time. Really good for strengthening your core, obliques, back. Great for your posture. Class usually goes through in like a typical Horton company. You would do 17 fortifications, which is just a collection of movements that focus on one body part or another. To warm them up, you would go into then bigger movements across the floor, turns, jumps, single arch springs before you go into learning choreography or whatever and whatnot. That's about it, all I have. Are we ready to get started with a little bit of a warm-up? Fabulous. Okay. If you ever have any questions, feel free to shout me out. I will hear you. I have a speaker in here. Or chat, whatever works for you. If you need me to turn the music up, turn it down, slow it down, whatever you need, I'm here for you. Without further ado, let's get started with a roll down. It starts off and we have a brief introduction. I'm going to send them the slide so you can see me. We have 8 count roll down. So really thinking about from the tip top of your head, starting this curve, chin to chest. Rolling down for 8 counts to each vertebra. Feel each bone in your back from the very top of your neck all the way down to your shin bone. Separate one at a time, just 8 counts down. We'll do this with the music, but I'm just kind of out for you. We'll do an 8 count plie, and whenever we do any plies in this class, I want you to think of your knee stacking directly over your ankle. I'm going to see if I can get a better view here. You never ever want to have your knee go over your ankle or into your ankle. You want to be directly over. So whenever you're doing any plie exercise throughout this whole class, if you need to take a second and just step back and make sure that your knees are directly over the line of your ankles, everything is stacked and sturdy and stable. Cool. We'll go on. We start with an 8 count roll down, 8, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give an 8 count plie, keeping those knees directly over those ankles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 counts back up, 8 count roll up versus right back. We do that 2 times, so 2 full 8 count roll up. 8, 8, 8, 8. We even do it in 4, so double time it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each time returning to that position of right over your ankles, right over your knees, hips stacked right over your shoulders. Everything is tall like a board and strong. But don't forget to breathe and really fill out the entirety of your movement. I'm going to play the song just so you can hear it before we get started. That was our intro. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay, for 8. That's just the timing, but we'll go through it from the top. Can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me okay with the music? Awesome. Sounds great. Follow along with me. There'll be a brief little introduction, and then we'll roll down for 8 twice, and then 4 twice. Here we go. And 1, 2, pause the music. All right, that was our roll down exercise. You typically do that at the beginning of all of your modern classes. A lot of Horton is spinal and rotational, and you really want to keep that spine nice and limber. We're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to do in turned out. So we'll start in a turned out first position. I'll show you what that looks like. You're going to have your leg directly underneath your hips, hips tucked, shoulders back and dropped. You're going to turn out and put the weight in the heels of your feet and turn out your feet as much as they naturally go. From here, you're going to do the exact same thing. Roll down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But now when we plie, we're going to open up our knees over our toes, really remembering that knees go over the toes. Bend from 8, straighten for 8, roll back up for 8. We do that twice. One more time in first, bend for 8, straighten for 8, roll up for 8, before we turn you out to second position where our legs are a little bit wider than our hips. We do the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Questions? Good to go? Thumbs up? Thumbs up. Cool. Next we have Here we go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Second. Roll. 4, 8, 1, 2, 4, 7, knee over toe, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Last time. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5. Roll up. 1, 7, 8. Beautiful. Shake it out. Shake it out. You should be feeling a little bit warmer now. I know those are nice and slow, so you can really get deep into those stretches. From here, we go into some bounces in first and bounces in second. Those positions and turn down we just did, like so. We will just bounce in this position, really dropping your pelvis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On 8, and release our leg out to second. And here, just release, 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 release. 5, 6, 7. Bring it in. We'll do that twice each side. Do 8 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just do that. Actively thinking about keeping your shoulders stacked on top of your hips and your knees always going directly out over your toes, and dropping that pelvis down, letting gravity drop you as you swing, finding balance in your upper half while you find movement in your lower half. Let me play this music and make sure it works for us. Let me change the song. That's a good tempo. We'll go with this one. So everybody get ready to get started. Here we go. Up, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more down the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Straight in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax. Shake it up. Woo. Just warming up our hips as we go in and out. Okay, just to finish off our little warm up, we're going to do 4 counts down, holding in first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up 5, 6, 7, 8. Just go to second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice strong lines. Palm goes out as we go out on both of those. Just a quick little 4 count down, 4 count up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's a good little warm up for our legs. We're going to do a little spine exercise, so feel free to watch this first time I do this. Standing neutral spine right here, shoulders back, everything is in a line. We're going to concave our spine in 1, 2, in a parallel position. We're going to bend the legs. Hips are going to tuck under, ribs are going to cave in, shoulders are going to round over like so. We want to hollow out and get as much curvature to that spine as we can. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to step out. I'll show you here. If we're facing front, I'm stepping to my left, both feet to carve our spine. 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, I'm going to open up to the first position as my arms open into this like everything offered up position here. So we go from this concave shape over, opening up our arm into this nice open position, and then we close that off on the other side with another 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the top, that's curving through our spine, step across. 1, 2, 3, 4. We turn out, we step open. Focus goes up. 3, 4. We close it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really finding that curve and that arch in the spine. This is all for this fluidity of movement that you can find in your spine. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep opening to the back. So we'll take that right leg, turn it out open before we go back here. From here, we're going to reverse it. It's a little bit tricky. From the top, we said to our left, open front, to our right. We open right again, right, close left. We reverse all of that. So we just finished here, open to the back. We close full right, open back front to the left. I know that's somewhat confusing, so I'm going to play the music. Feel free to follow along. I'll try to talk you through it. That's too slow. That's better. Let's mark it all together. So I'm going to say let's mark it all together, and that just means don't give it more than 50% of your energy. Just go through it for timing in your brain and just like general movement. So from the top, let's mark it all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. right, let's do it full out from the top. Anybody have any questions so far? Good to go? Thumbs up, awesome. From the top, here we go. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, curve the spine, open up, slow, take your time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 4, 5, 8, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5. Beautiful. So now we worked on our hamstrings. We've worked on opening up our spine, loosening up. Now we're going to work on some strengthening. So we're going to work on flat backs, which are a huge part of Horton technique. When I think of flat back, I try to think of upper body and lower body being completely separate. And you're going to be hinging at the waist, trying to keep as flat in spine as you can. There's different kinds of flat backs. We're going to start with one where our arms stay directly by our side. And as we fold in half, we try to keep everything in a straight line. Our weight sends back into our heels to stabilize ourselves. We're trying to keep a nice long line through the neck, not crunching, not over the knees, but nice and long out. Arms are straight line from our shoulder past our tailbone, and we're going to come back up. Think of that as being like one whole piece coming together. That'll help you out a lot with these exercises. Great for your low back and feel it after this. Just everybody take a second to yourself and maybe find a mirror and just go over halfway, trying to get the straightest line possible. Thinking lifting, pulling through your spine, getting that nice long line. Yes, that's fabulous. Yeah. Yeah, and send those fingertips right back. Yeah, beautiful. Just like that. That's fabulous. Another thing to think about is really letting our shoulders relax down. A lot of times when we do this and we go over, we end up getting in the shoulder range, so really relax and breathe through that down. As we learn this exercise, it's kind of long. It's a usual warm-up. Usually we walk into a core class and we play the music and it's a long warm-up. I'm going to choose 2 sections. We start. Knees, our feet are going to be 2 fist prints away, so you can just take your fists and put them right beneath your toe knuckle. You'll see 2 fists right underneath you, facing hip width. I'm going to face this side just so you can see me. 1, 2, 3. Come up. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Come up. 1, 2, 3. Nice and long, nice and strong, just folding up the waist. So just 2 folds down, counting in 3. On our third one, 1, 2, 3. Our arms slice out in a perfect spiral around to be in a long line out from our spine like so. So imagine you're like cutting through a perfect circle right around the path of your shoulders. 1, 2, 3. From here, we come up to standing in that flat back position still. 1, 2, 3. Our arms open on the end. They end up 1, 2, 3. Back to the beginning. So from the top, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On the third, we add arms. 1, 2, 3. Arms spiral out. 1, 2, 3. We come up. 1, 2, 3. On and, which is halfway between the 3 and 1. Our arms open, and then they go down. 1, 2, 3. We do that whole thing, not whole thing. We do that last move one more time. 1, 2, 3. Arms spiral out. 1, 2, 3. Come up. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Really thinking about finding this connection of your tailbone right when you come up here, we're really trying to tuck and get back into that direct spine over itself. Let's just start with that. I'm going to play it once. We're going to mark it just for timing, and then we'll all try it once. Again, these are flat backs. There's a little intro like there is on the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does anybody have any questions about timing or movement or shape or anything like that? Thumbs up if you're good to go. Can't hear?
It's just a little hard to hear when the music is playing, like the music goes in and out. So it's kind of like your voice or the music, depending on like which is louder maybe, but
I'm going to try sharing my sound from my computer. Does this sound better? Worse? Same?
or we can't hear it at all.
You can hear me at all? Okay.
Oh, we can hear you, just not the music.
Oh, okay, I'm not playing music. I was just making sure you can hear me.
Oh, okay, we can hear you, yeah.
Here, I'm going to play music in 3, 2, 1. Can you hear me now? Okay. Way better like that. Okay, good. Okay, cool. I should have done it right at the beginning. We were doing flat backs out for down for 3, up for 3, and then we add our arms on the third one. Do that 4 times. Let's go from the top with music. Here we go. Here comes our intro. Let me set up my Zoom so I can actually see everybody. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Survive, which is fabulous. We're going to add on a little bit more to the end of that. So we've just done our 4 sets of flat backs. Now we're going to add a releve. We rise onto the balls of our feet. After that 4th one, we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here, we're rising up into releve, like so. Stay in the position. We do have to balance over here. We come up for 1, 2, 3, still on releve. Our arms stay, our legs drop, 1, 2, 3, our arms split, and 1, 2, 3. So we just added a releve, come up and down to our sequence. Again, from the top, that's 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 around, come up, and down, out, around, up, and down. We just added this new part, 3 out, 3 around, 3 to rise to releve, 3 to come up, 3 to lower, and 1, 2, 3. We do that twice. That last move, we add that on twice. And then our last thing is a roll down that we work on a minute fast. 1, 2, 3. On the beginning of the next 3, we're going to extend out to a long, low back at 45 degrees. So imagine if this is the line of the angle, like 45 degrees long, from your tailbone all the way through your arms. And we're going to come up 5, 6, and drop. So our arms drop quick on that one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and drop. We do that, I want to say 4 times, and then we reverse it. So after we, in the last one, our arms stay up. We do the opposite, flat back, flat 45. We drop the arms, we roll it up, 1, 2, 3. Our arms snap up. We do that 3 more times, and we're done. So that's usually the flat back entire exercise. We will try it once, marking with music like we've been doing for the last few exercises. 4 counts down, 4 counts up, 4 counts down, 4 counts up, 4 counts down, add the arms back and up. We add the arms, we add a plie and up, and back up, down, arms, plie and up. And then we add a releve, rise, lower the feet, lower the arms twice. And we do those roll downs, extend up, roll downs, extend up 4 times, and we reverse it, extend out, roll up, extend out, roll up. I know that's a huge chunk of exercise. Your back is going to be alive after this. Let's mark it once with music, and we will then try it. Feel free to watch if you want to see it from me. Flat back series. Anybody have any questions about it so far? Okay, let's just try it. I'm here for you if you need me. Really try and keep your back as flat as possible the whole time. And then at the end, when we have those roll ups, really feel each of those spines set back on top of each other after all of that working really hard to keep everything straight. It feels really nice to be able to relax and let that tension release. So savor those moments. Let's get started. I'm going to play the end again to count us in. Everybody take 1 second with me. We're going to go onto our knees. We're going to stick our hips back. We're going to do child's pose. Just a 30-second child's pose to really get some of that stress in our backs. Really taking a deep breath in and releasing it out. Awesome. Take the next second, get some water or whatever else you need to do, stretch out, whatever. Before we get started, next, we're going to do laterals. Another huge part of Horton, really focusing on our oblique muscles. Okay, looks like everybody's back and ready to go. So as I said, we're going to be going into some laterals next. My first talking point is that when you're going to go into a lateral, your hips have to shift in the opposite direction so that the weight is mostly on the other, like so, because we're going to be sending our upper body in the opposite direction. And a lot of Horton is getting push and pull in the opposite direction and being off center but still being controlled. So this exercise starts with our right arm raising to the ceiling, our left arm coming into our hip, pushes us over, switch. That's just from the top. There's this little intro. It goes up, pushes over, switch. We say 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping a long line if possible from hip all the way to the tip of your fingers, reaching long out over your side. The goal is to be horizontal to the floor, but it's just for you today, whatever you're feeling. Things to remember is that your neck is attached to your spine, so don't let it drop or hang. Shoulders remain down and pressed together in your shoulder blades. Arm reaches nice and long as possible. Extending those hips away from that arm, really reach, 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 reach. And we go down here for 4, and we bring it back up for 4. I think the up is the hardest part that you have to offset gravity. And then we switch the other side, switch. Just a quick little rotation of our arms, and we send our right arm into our hip, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we switch. Our right arm goes straight down. Our left arm switches to go to our left. We push into this hip again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Yes. So that is part 1 of our exercise. We do that twice. Part 2 gets a little more challenging. You're starting here. And instead of having this hand to push into and like have weight with, we are shifting our hip over to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reaching our arms long as possible away from this hip. Doing this nice long possible line. Not letting your head move, just trying to make the distance from spine to tailbone as long as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really want to keep those arms in line with your spine. I know it's hard for me because my shoulders are tight, but try to get this straight and line as possible, all the way up and over. This nice long up T shape you want to get to. So we do that 4 and up, 4 and up. We do that twice, so 2 times with the arm on each side, and then 2 times out the arm on each side, and that will be a lot. Our obliques will be screaming at us, but it'll be for the best. Let's give it a go, marking it. Feel free to watch for timing.
I have a question. Our feet turned out in second.
Yeah, feet are between turnout and parallel. It's really what's comfortable to you because we're not bending our legs all. We're just sitting our hips over to the side. So not parallel, so we're not doing awkward knee things. It's just comfortably turned out, I would say. No need to force anything because most of our exercise work is through our obliques. Great question. Let's get started with some laterals. Wait, I should do that. The hip shifts on and I'll play the music for you so you can hear it. It's kind of a weird hiccup, but it creates a nice looping pattern here. And 8. 10 before the 8 that you shift your hips on. Let's give it a go from the top, all of us together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everyone doing all right? Thumbs up. That's definitely a killer on your obliques. It comes out of nowhere. There's one more part to that exercise that I'm going to show you and we're going to do without music, but it gets kind of difficult at the end there. This is after we removed our hands, so we're just going to shift up and over. Once we've gotten here on 4, we go into a deep second plie. Stand in that position over 1, 2, 3, 4, straighten up 5, 6, 7, 8, come back 1, 2, 3, 4. So just try it once on your own, thinking about actively as you go lower, you want to find more reach over here, longer, longer, longer. And then as you straighten, really act like someone pulling your arms across and pulling your hips away. You'll find you can find much more movement and range on your way up. So just on your own timing, we're going to say hip shift over to the left or right, whichever side goes better. Go over for 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into that deep second position, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then along and out, 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 out. We're coming in. Woo, with the doozy. And then once you get it on one side, try it on the other, just so we're not only doing one side. Legs nice and wide, arms up to the side, we set our hips 8, up and over. Go into that deep plie. Straighten up and lengthen, 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 lengthen before bringing it up. And releasing it over. Woo! That one is killer for sure. Okay, we're doing great on time. We're going to try some drop swings next. So we just did all of this really tight, hold your muscle, hold your muscle, hold your muscle. And now we're doing the complete opposite. We want to release everything, let gravity kind of do its work. These are called drop swings. Good for releasing like your low back and your arms in motion. To start us off, we're just going to get a shoulder roll forward and back. 1, 2, 3. We're going to add our arms to our shoulders. 1, 2, 3. And then the last set of this trio is arms full circle and straight. 1, 2, 3. We should do that 3 times. That's 9 total. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. That 3 times. And then reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 9 times. Just a quick little shoulder warm up stretch after you've been holding it in. drop swings. We're starting with both of our arms up, 2 fists apart again. So knees right over ankles, hips right over knees, shoulders right over everything, step nice and tall. Our arms go up like they just were. And we're going to swing them back. 1, 2. Just really letting your arms swing. 2. On the third one, we drop our upper body and our arms swing back. Drop. And our arms go back like here. They drop to bring us back up. Drop. And we do a full circle drop. I'll face the side so you can see me. We say 1, 2. On the third one, we drop our body. Drop. Bring it back up. And then we do another full circle here. So just on your own timing, in your own space, find the swing, swing, drop, swing, swing. Really let the weight of your body, it feels like that, like release on your air, release and up. You should feel gravity pull your arms down and let the momentum of that pull you back up. Really letting all of your spine just drop over. Yeah, yeah. We do, okay. We swing twice, 2, drop, up. We swing again, we drop one more time, drop, up. We do that 2 full times, we do 2 circles, drop, up, circle, drop, up. That full thing 2 times, and then on our third set, we say circle, circle. Our arm is up. We're going to drop our right arm, swing, as we drop our body. Whoop. And we do the same thing on the left side, drop. And then both of our arms are crossed, so we swing them back, up, to drop us down, drop, up. Yeah. So for that third set, our arms are already up. We say swing, swing. Our right arm drops us to the side. Our left arm drops us to this side. We swing up to drop forward and back up. Yes. So we do 2 regular drops and then 2 side-to-side drops. And when we do those side-to-side drops, the sides speed up. So it's 1, 2, right, left, up. As opposed to it being 1, 2, 3, 4. The tempo is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's mark it once for timing and just for you to hear it, and then we'll try it. But we're going to do it because it feels better this way. When you do the drop to the side the second time, start with your left arm. That way we're getting both ways. The first time we do it, we say swing, swing, right, left, open. And the second time we do it, we say swing, swing, left, right, open. Yeah. Yeah. And really try to feel. Same thing we were talking about all class, the upper body being separate from the lower body. So your upper body can be like really dropping here. Let gravity hook you into the floor. Let the weight of your arms swing your body. The more that you can release it while still being strong on the bottom, the more flexibility and dynamic you'll find with this Horton movement today. All right, let's try this one out. Those are drop swings. It's a great way to get like tension on your lower back, releases all of that tension that we've been holding on. Now we're going to do a little bit of a cool down, bouncy neck strengthening exercise. We're going to take our head to the right, down. Actually, we're going to take our head up and over to our right, drop it down, 2, 3, 4, it goes back, 5, 6. You have 2 counts each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 full circles of this. Here we go. And we're going to reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to reverse it back, and then we're going to add our shoulders. So instead of just being our neck, we're releasing our shoulders. So things can hang 1, 2, and go forward. 3, 4, go side, 5, 6, go back, 7, 8. We got a full 2 full sets around, and we'll go the other way. And then the last part of the exercise is 2 bounces. So we're releasing everything from our lower waist is going to be strong. Everything up is relaxed. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we do that both circles, both ways. It's just a great way to release all the tension before in our class and find ways that we can lengthen through our bodies, finding stability and strength while also being off balance. So just find a spot, we'll get a good song going. Everyone still doing all right? Cool, cool, cool. All right, next we're gonna go into a little bit of a high lateral. So we just worked on our, actually, let's go into high lateral slide. We're gonna be in a second position. Hip legs are a little bit wider than hip width. Our arms are in second. We go plie 1, 2, 3, 4, on 5, 6. We're going to come to a high lateral position. So our right leg is turned out, our left leg is turned in, and our arms are making this high, long line from the top of our right arm down to our left leg. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So immediately you want to think about turning in this left leg that is turned out to turn it in. My hip is actively rotating in as I stand, but this leg is still turned out, my right leg. Making sure that we keep that knee directly over it. We're trying to get this long as possible line from our arms to our feet. 5, 6, hold 7, come back 8, to drop 1, 2, 3, 4, turn in 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we'll just do that 4 times. You really want to try to get to that high lateral lengthening position as fast as possible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, line sharp, 6, 7, back 8. Really finding that length into your oblique without shortening the side. Beautiful, yeah. And keeping that neck directly in line with our spine as we go up and over. A lot to think about. Also thinking about the tip of your finger and your left leg being like a pinwheel, like they go out and away from each other as much as possible as we're reaching into this long shape. Let's find a song and just do 4 of those real quick. All right, we're gonna mark it from the top. Here we go. All right. Much better balance than I did on that one. High lateral is preparing us for a full lateral, which just looks like a T, which we might get to today or not. It's just preparation for that. We're gonna make that exercise a little more interesting. We play down for 1, 2, 3, 4. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we do a promenade around, which essentially just means you're gonna toe heel your way around in a complete circle for the next 8 counts. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is just focusing on that idea that we've been talking about of staying off balance while still staying strong and stiff. So really reaching those fingers away from those toes while this rotating axis is happening and adding this new dimension of balance. So you go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You hold. You go around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to prepare for the other side. We will do 2 full rotations just through like that. I think the last one was a good one. We'll try it again. Everybody get in your positions. our high laterals? They're hard. It's like you start out with these basics and you stack all this stuff up on top of it, and it gets really crazy. Let's do what they typically do as an ab exercise. It's called your coccyx balance. It involves balancing on your coccyx bone and working on stability and strength through it. So I'm going to show you. Let me take this down. We start lying flat on our backs. 1, 2, 3. We come up for 2. Our legs come to this tabletop position. Our arms are in a straight line directly to the legs. Our back is flat. We come up 1, 2. We hold 1, 2. We lower 1, 2. So from the top, this is 1, 2, hold 1, 2, hold 1, 2, lower 1, 2. We do that 2 times. So we come back again. 1, 2, hold 1, 2, hold 1, 2, lower 1, 2. From here, it's a little more tricky. We immediately find our opening position. 1, 2, and then immediately our legs straighten and our arms straighten. 1, 2, bring it back in. 1, 2, lower 1, 2. We repeat that one more time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, lower 1, 2. Last 2 set of the exercise. It's the hardest one. We come up 1, 2, 1, 2. We open up 1, 2. We come back 1, 2, 1, 2. Release 1, 2. So it's just 3 sets of 2 counted in 2s. Always returning back to this long shape here and slowly making your way. Really taking up every single count, but also arriving quickly and succinctly. You really got to muscle this one. It's a good workout. Let's do a lesson for timing, and then we'll do it once. Here we go. If you ever need to stop, completely do it. Stop. It's a hard one. No judgment here. Just work out yourself whatever you need today. I'll count you in. Let's try this one out. Everyone lays down. And ready. know can be a lot on our hip flexors. So we're all going to come to a butterfly position over here and just walk our arms forward, let our hips open up. Feel free to open them up yourselves. Give a little push side to side, whatever you need. And then once you stretch that out, we're going to take one more child's pose just to give ourselves a little break. Send your hips back, arms go forward. Make sure we're breathing through all this. Awesome. Get some water. Finish out what other stretches you need before we get started again. Okay, I think I see everybody's about back. We're just going to do easy little tendu exercise, playing and warming up our feet to prepare to like move and do bigger exercises. We're going to start parallel, and then we're going to do a turn down in a second. Starting parallel, these are again 2 fists away, everything stacked directly on top. Arms are going to be by our sides. We're going to do 2 tendus front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I'm facing this way, so you can see, I'm thinking pushing through the floor, point, bring it in 2, 3, 4. We're staying parallel. So imagine that your hip bones are like lights on our car. We're going to keep them facing the same direction the whole time. We're not turning our legs out, not forcing anything. It's just directly in the straight line ahead. Bring it back in, directly straight ahead, bring it back in. That's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go to the side. So when we go front, our arms are going to go overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When we go side, our arms are going to be straight lines up from our shoulders in a second. Our foot points out. Remember that this is still parallel. So my leg is still facing the same way as the other one. It's just reaching out. If I'm facing this way so you can see it better. I'm not turning out my legs and my hips open. I'm keeping it closed, 1, 2, straight out the body. And then when we go to the back, our arms go in front of us, just directly in front of our shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go to the side one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Before we do the whole thing on the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From here, that's part 1 of the exercise. We will extend our right leg out, still in parallel. 1, 2, pointed. On 3, 4, we bend our left leg. Flex our right foot. On 5, 6, we straighten it out. On 7, 8, we bring it in. We bend it up to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just bending that left leg and flexing that right foot. Just warming up our Achilles on both sides of our both right and left legs. Again, we're keeping our knee directly over our ankle line just to prevent injury, be safe as possible. Let's try with some music. I'll play it just so you can get the tempo. on the right side, and we do it on the left side. Or the second time, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, bend and flex, straighten and bring it. 1, 2, bend and flex, straighten and bring it. One more time to the side. 1, 2, bend and flex, straighten and bring it. Before we get to the left side. Arms are always, if your leg is in front of you, they're above your head. If they are to your side, they are back here. And if they're behind you, they're in front. Best way to think about this is counterbalancing yourself. You have all this resistance, especially when you go back, balance. All right, let's try this from the top. Get your space ready. Awesome. So now we've got our feet nice and warmed up and ready to move. We're going to do a elementary balance really quickly. A little bit of a challenge to wrap us up in our class. Let me just pull up our song really quickly. And it's going to go directly into a lateral T, which is like what we've been working up to all class. We start same 2 fists apart, right underneath ourselves, nice and stacked. We're going to lift our leg to a positive position but not connected. So a 90-degree angle from our hip, 90-degree angle from our knee down. So we have 1, 2, 3, not lifting this hip or staying this hip down, trying to keep our head light in the same spot like we're. 1, 2, 3, 90 degree, 90 degree. From here, we're going to take our leg and turn it open to the side like so. Trying to keep it on the same pattern, the same leg line. We say 1, 2, 3, open, 1, 2, 3. Our arms open in second. Now here comes the hard part. You really got to ground through this left foot. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Oh, I lied to you. I'm so sorry. We go up through passe. It stays in this 90-degree shape for the second 3. For the third 3, we lift up onto our left leg and turn this out to the side like so. And then on the next 3, we straighten our right lung, send both arms out into a lateral T. It's like the hardest accumulation class. If you're not feeling up for a lateral T today, we're going to right back into our high T. That just long shape from there. So we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you're feeling up for it today, we're going to go all the way up over to the lateral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, straight 10, 11, 12. Trying to get that long line as possible from foot to ankle. I know it's a doozy. So take a second for yourself to just find that shape. Yeah, that's it right there. And you have to think about, same way we were thinking about with our lateral, shifting that hip up and over. So we were doing this guy in the beginning. As we go up into our lateral, I'll do my left side this time. We have to shift our weight up and over to find that long line. Yeah. Yes, beautiful. I'm really seeing this like nice, awesome long lines for all of you. Yeah. So the transition from the third set of 3, where we lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the hard part because you have to turn in this hip, turn it in, and we have to shift our left leg to be turned out so we have the space in our hips to actually extend up and out like so into this nice long shape. From here, take the next 3, just spiral that back up and release, and we will try to our left side. Again, this is like the hardest part that we can do today, I promise. Let's listen for timing, just mark it, and then we'll try it full out. So let's try this all together. No judgment on yourself. This is a challenge for all of us. Try and find your balance on that stability leg right away. Question?
I have a question. Yeah.
Sure.
When we get to the tabletop, the standing supporting leg, does it turn a little bit? Because like I was trying to keep it parallel, but then it kind of naturally turned out.
Yeah, your hip forces you to turn it out. So when you go from this passe and you open, when we shift to this third one, this hip rotates in. And as we do that, I'm lifting up onto releve to turn this leg out.
Okay.
So I go from this open parallel to this shifted open. So I go from parallel on my left leg to turning it out up and over here. So that when I extend it out, I can find that position. Kind of help?
Thank you.
It's like the hard part is transitioning your weight from that turned out into this overshift of your hip tilt. It's hard. Let's play the music one time, or let's do it actually. Anybody have any other questions? Nope. Cool. Let's do it. Yes, got it. Great job. I am really seeing all of your nice sharp lines, getting that T shape in. Can we do it one more time and I watch your beautiful shapes? Let's do it. I'll count you in with the music from the top. Here we go, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1. Awesome job. Everybody give yourself a round of applause. That was fabulous. Thank you all so much for trying this hard stuff with me. Let's do a final little roll down, roll up, and we will be done for the day. Just 8 count roll down, 8 count plie, 8 count roll up, all the way up, and we'll finish this off. Here we go. Thank you so much for having me and sharing your energy and your time with me and your hard work and your sweat. I had a great time. Hopefully you got a good introduction to the feeling of Horton, that power and strength and stability and like geometry of it all. It's really fun, but it's a really hard workout. So thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you, Drew. That was amazing. I feel so stretched out.
Yes, you'll definitely feel it tomorrow when you go back in your obliques.
Yeah, I think so. But thank you so much. What a wonderful class. Thank you all for coming today. We will have our final Coaches and Adults Workshop Series class on August 31st, so 3 weeks away. And that will be Kate McSwain and myself. We will be doing IJS choreography tools. So hope you all can join us for that. And that's it. So thank you all so much again.